Views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio. What dreams may come. Are you seeking personal guidance? Transformation Talk Radio presents Psychic World with John G. Sutton. One of Britain's top clairvoyants is your spiritual guide. Call in 1-800-930-2819.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Psychic World. This is John G. Sutton on Transformation Talk Radio, and with me today is my guest, the amazing Countess Starella. Countess Starella, how are you doing?
I am doing wonderfully well, and I missed you desperately, darling. It's been a while.
It has. You sound like you've got a little bit of a throat thing there, but don't worry about it. We're going to get through this today, Countess, and it's very nice to hear you again. You're in Palm Beach. You've got beautiful weather there, haven't you?
You would absolutely die of envy. It is 86 degrees, 86 balmy, and I just got back from surfing.
You did? You got back from surfing, eh? I'll tell you, there's no surfing here in Lancashire, UK. It's windy, wet, and rainy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here on Transformation Talk Radio, and today the Countess and I are going to be talking a little bit about poetry, the power of poetry, but the main thing we want you to do is to ring in and speak to us directly. I'm John G. Sutton, and if you've heard me before, I do clairvoyancy, psychic readings, and you can phone in and speak to me on the radio or Countess Starella, and the number to call is 800-930-2819. You phone that number, you'll get through directly to myself or the Countess, and we'd love to hear from you. You got your questions, we've got insights, we can give you what we see, and we'll be absolutely delighted to do that. Countess, since we were last on the radio, I believe that you've been recording some TV series, is that right?
Oh my goodness, I hit the proverbial jackpot. For several years, I've been contemplating a reality show about the world's most unusual psychic, Guess Who? And someone, a film crew, that remembered me from an old psychic TV infomercial, called me just a few weeks ago and said, could we just show up at your house and shoot a pilot for a reality show? So, of course, is it okay for me to elaborate a bit about that?
Yeah, sure, if you would like to. Yeah, tell us what you've been doing.
Well, here's what happened. I said, now, when you come, be prepared to enter an obstacle course. And she said, we work with a lot of rich eccentrics. We won't be surprised. Now, when she saw this room, which you have seen because this is my room on Aranum.com, she goes, we don't even need a studio. We're going to shoot the whole thing right in this living room. So about every 20 minutes as she's shooting the pilot, she looked at the cameraman and said, this is such a natural. She said, I've never seen anyone so at ease. And I said, that's because I've been practicing for this for several years. So they shot it. They loved it. They did several costume changes, and then they followed me out to the outside world to see people's reactions because that day I had green hair on. And it was priceless. And they have taken the films to Los Angeles, and they're looking for a network. So keep your doggone fingers crossed.
You're going to get this, Countess. You're going to get, I can see you being famous all over America. And I think that's going to be shown on the net as well. But we're talking a little bit about the power of poetry. So I thought I'd read a little poem for us. And probably one of America's best-loved poets over the 20th century has been Robert Frost. I have read this poem before, but I'm going to read this to you, and it's The Road Not Taken. Now, people say, what on earth is this about? But remember, the clue to this poem is in the title. It's The Road Not Taken. This is a poem about somebody looking back and saying, well, if I hadn't done that, if I'd gone that way, then life would have been different. There's a film out there that's very similar to this poem. It's called Sliding Doors. I don't know if you've seen it, in which the lady is going to get on a train, drops her keys, misses the train, and in the next frame she's caught the train, but the destination in the end is the same. Anyway, this is Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I ever should come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. The Road Not Taken, a poem about regret. But you have no regrets, Countess. I've seen you with purple hair, green hair, yellow hair, and of course you've got that parrot on your shoulder, which will amaze everybody. So people look forward to seeing Countess on the television. We've got callers ringing in now, and I think we should take a call. You ready for a call?
Yes, indeedy.
Let's have a word, please. Can I speak to Alice, please?
Hello.
Hello, Alice. You've got a question for me. I know that you have, yeah? Is this really regarding to a relationship?
No, it's not.
Okay, do ask me.
Okay. I was just wondering if you think I might be able, or I might be moving within the next year or two to a different house.
Right. Okay. Well, if you're determined to move, then that is the key factor, Alice. That you really want to, you really want to move, and I do feel that you do want to move. Yeah. Have you thought about moving closer to Seattle?
No, I haven't.
All right, because I see that there's something closer to Seattle. Are you in Washington County?
No, I'm in Washington State.
Washington State. Well, that's
Yep.
maybe in English we call them counties. Yeah. But I understand what you mean. But you are in Washington State, yeah, which is not a long way from Seattle, is it?
That's
no, but
correct.
I do feel that there is going to be a move next year, but I don't think it's going to be until we get to round about the month of May or June. Yeah, so I do feel that there is going to be a switch of locations between May and June. Yeah, and I do sense that you're not going to move on your own. I do not feel that you're going to move on your own. I feel that there's going to be a partner with you in this. And Alice, this is a nicer house that you're moving to. You know, it's nice where you live at the moment. Are you with me? But I do feel that you are moving to a nicer house. Are you looking for something with a bit more garden, Alice?
No, but something with a view of the water or on the water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you will be quite close to the coast, yeah? But wherever this is a place of peace and tranquility that you will be getting, and the views and the actual ambience will be very much, because you're a very spiritual lady yourself, aren't you, Alice?
Yes, I am.
You are a very spiritual lady yourself. Do you actually meditate? Because where you're going, there's going to be an area set aside for what I would call meditation. Have you done this?
I have been, the last year or two, I've been making a practice to do it more often, more frequently.
Mm-hmm. I meditate in my garden, which is what I think there's going to be like a peaceful area that you set aside to actually meditate in. But once you start doing that, then you will tune into your higher self. But you're also a very creative individual, aren't you? You're going to touch that side. You're going to touch that side of yourself. That side of you is going to be developed once you start to practice the meditation in your new location, and you will find inspiration. Would you just like to spend a minute speaking to my friend, the amazing Countess?
Hello, Alice, darling. Here is my thought on this subject. I would absolutely start searching for the house of your dreams right now, because you know it's going to happen and you don't want it to sneak up on you. Start getting an idea of the specific locales. I think you'll find something that's very reasonable, wonderful, and much, much advanced to where you now are. I'm so excited for you, darling. This sounds like the timing is good for a change. You're ready, aren't you?
Yes, as long as it would not be too far from where I live now.
No, it shouldn't be. That's why you've got to a little affirmation. The home of my dreams is just about to show up.
The home of your dreams. The home of your dreams, Alice. You've got to go for it. Look around, you'll find it. But remember, the main thing is it's got to have an area of peaceful meditation, because that's what I see for you in the next move. But you will get exactly what you want. Thank you very much for calling in, Alice.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alice. Well, we've been talking about poetry, and I wrote a poem with my grandson called Big Fat Tree. And I believe we're going to be able to listen to the song that was created by Lois J. Bereen and Jack Wills with the girls from the Ohio Choir. If we can play Big Fat Tree.
I was dreaming of a big fat tree. I was climbing, there was you and me. When we got to the top, what do you think we could see? It was a big fat tree.
We saw flowers, birds in the sky, children laughing to a lullaby. There was peace at last for you and me at the top of the big fat tree. I was dreaming of a big fat tree. I was climbing, there was you and me. When we got to the top, what do you think we could see? It was a big fat tree. We saw people in foreign lands. They were happy and holding hands. Saw rivers running to the sea from the top of the big fat tree. We had struggled, the climb was tough. You helped me when I had enough. So yes, together there was you and me. We had climbed the big fat tree. I was dreaming of a big fat tree. I was climbing, there was you and me. When we got to the top, what do you think we could see? It was a big fat tree.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on Transformationtalkradio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com. Tired of traditional talk? People pontificating about this or that, the left or the right. Sometimes the truth is just all lost in the noise. Tune in each week to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher on Transformationtalkradio.com, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, as nationally known guests talk about what's important to you, your life, your concerns, and your success. Tune in and turn on to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher. Visit chuckgallagher.com for more information.
Listen to the Yo Andrew News Talk Show every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. More info where to listen? www.yoandrewnts.com/listen. Don't get your message lost in the mail. Email us with this address, yoandrew@yoandrewnts.com. How about tweet Yo Andrew at AndrewTweetGeo? Taking a picture is easy. Instagram us today at YoAndrewNTS. Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
Tune in to the Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on Transformationtalkradio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit jenroyster.com for more information.
We saw flowers, birds in the sky.
Right, thank you very much and welcome back to Psychic World on Transformation Talk Radio. And John G. Sutton, and with me is the amazing Countess Starella. Countess, people are asking me all the time, how can we get in touch with Countess Starella? So do tell us.
And well, they should ask you. The world's second most enchanting psychic after you can be found every single night, late night, at Oranum.com, where I reign supreme in the most fascinating chat room that anyone has ever seen. I guarantee it.
All right, very good. That's Oranum.com, and you just search for Countess Starella, and you can find me at psychicworld.net. That's John G. Sutton at psychicworld.net. Now, do call in if you'd like to speak to us today. It's 800-930-2819. Our topic for today is the power of poetry. We had a poem earlier, which was Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken. And we've also had a caller, and we have another caller now. Can I please speak to Julie?
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, John.
Julie. Hi, thank you very much for calling in, Julie. It's nice of you to ring us. You've got a question for us, and you are a very spiritual lady yourself. I can sense this as I'm hearing your voice. But do ask me your question, and I will tune in.
Okay. I need some guidance and see what you see for my daughter in the next coming year. A relationship of 7 years that she had from 16 to 23 ended abruptly with no warning. She got her job that she was going to school for in college and just basically got the rug pulled out from her. There's talk of marriage and such, and that's kind of in a nutshell what's going on, and I'm concerned about her. And
well, she has got a job, and she's going to dedicate herself to being a success. Did she gain a degree?
Yes.
Has your daughter also considered doing a master's degree on a part-time basis while she's working as well?
Yes.
Yeah, because I do feel that she hasn't totally ended her studies, and I do feel that she will succeed and get a master's degree. She may even contemplate in some time ahead, once she's got a master's, looking at a PhD. I feel that the reason that the relationship has broken down is that suddenly your daughter's on the pathway to success, and it may very well be that the gentleman that she was with is not quite at ease with this. Does that make some sense, Julie?
Yes, he's still in school. He chose a career that's going to take more schooling, and I just felt he wanted. He thought maybe she wanted to get married now, and then he just ended it. So, but she wasn't ready for a couple of years. She just got her job as a school teacher.
Yeah, but she's going to go on and she's going to do further studies, and there's education all around her. And I do feel that eventually she will reach the point where she does a PhD and becomes a doctor of education, which is what she ultimately wants to do. I am right about that, aren't I, Julie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
for relationship, is that over then?
No, I don't feel that it's over. I think there's a brief spell here where he needed to step back and take a deep breath and to look at the way his life was going, because he can't actually afford to do anything at the moment, because I don't feel that he's completely financially. It's not financially viable for him to do that. But give him 2 years. And he will be earning money, he will be earning good money, and he is going to go on to be a success. But just at the moment, I feel that he is finding it rather difficult and feels a little bit embarrassed about that. But he will find a way to get back to your daughter once he's settled his mind on this. And give me a second here, yeah? Were they actually talking of going on holiday together? Tell me I'm right about that, Julie, because I know that they were, yes, and he suddenly called this off. But believe me, you've met his parents, haven't you?
Oh yes, like I said, we've known him. We've known this gentleman since 16, and he grew from a young man a boy up into a young man. We've seen these two grow together, and she got her job, and then a week later, that was it. So.
Well,
what is your daughter's name, darling?
Her name is Michelle.
Well, the other important factor here is how's she holding up emotionally? Is this taking a huge toll on this poor child?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm concerned about.
I want you to tell her this. Tell her to say every day to herself, I love him, he loves me, we have an indestructible bond. All I have to do is stay centered and peaceful and happy until he matures a little bit emotionally so that he can come back. Because John and I both feel after he's had some time to right himself, right his own balance, he will return. But she may be in love with someone else by then, but we shall see.
What I feel is that what I feel absolutely is the case is that he has just become acutely aware that he isn't financially able to progress this at the pace that he would, and because your daughter is now actually earning money, it puts her in a different position, and he's felt a little bit guilty about that, and he's just withdrawn. But it's only a matter of time. Has he got another year to do?
A year, yeah, about a year left of nursing, yeah.
Yeah, he's got another year, and then he will be into that, because is he doing a nursing degree?
Yes, he is.
Because once he's completed that, then he will be earning reasonable money, and he will be able to take this to the next phase, which is exactly what he wants to do. But this is keeping you awake, isn't it, Julie?
Yes, it is. She's my only child, and it's bothering me, and I'm having a hard time with the grief because I've had so much relationship with him and his family over 7 years. And
yes, but believe me that this is not ended. This is just going through a phase, and this often happens. I mean, don't forget, love hurts, and it wouldn't be love if it didn't hurt. And it's not just hurting your daughter; it is actually hurting this young man as well. But he will put this to rights. He will get it back on track. Just give him some time and tell your daughter to absolutely believe. She's not going to crack under the strain of this. She will be perfectly all right. You've got to accept that, Julie, and just tell her to be brave about this. Get on with the task. She's enjoying her new work, isn't she?
Oh yes, she does. She's putting all into her kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful seeing the children develop, and she will enjoy that, and she'll go on to great success. So you tell your daughter from me and from Countess Starella that this man will come back. He's just having a slight emotional problem with the fact that he can't support his relationship with her, but he will put this right, and it will come back. They will take the heart. Were they talking of going to Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, because I do feel that they will go to Florida. Did they mention anything about going to the Keys?
Yes.
Well, there you go. I'm absolutely right about that. I know where they were going, and I know that they will go, and that it's just a matter of time. If you want a time scale on this, around Christmas time, he comes round to see your daughter and explains his position. And he is going to tell your daughter that he has just had a crisis of confidence. You feel that yourself, though, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, he should absolutely have all the faith in himself that he needs, and your daughter does. So she's got to tell him that she's got absolute faith in him, and I'm quite certain that she will win this man back. Thank you very much for calling in. I hope our words have been some help.
Yes, thank you so much. With the holiday approaching, I really needed some words of wisdom and uplift.
Well,
thank you so much, John and Countess.
We love you, darling. God bless you and good luck. We'll be saying a prayer for this, too. Smooth itself out in a very perfect way.
Okay, thank you again.
I'm sure that it will. Thank you very much for calling in, Julie. Well, the number to call if you'd like to speak to myself, John G. Sutton, or the amazing Countess Starella is 800-930-2819. And you can speak to me, or if you'd like to speak to me personally, you can get through to me on my website, which is psychicworld.net. Or you can get the amazing Countess Starella at oranum.com, where you will see her in a resplendent room with purple, pink, green, yellow, illuminated hair and a talking parrot. And on that note, we'll leave you for a few minutes and we'll be back after the break.
There was you and me when we got to the top. What do you think we could see? It was a big fat tree.
Laura Longley is on a mission to remove stuckness from your life for good and replace it with happiness. Tune in Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkradio.com for The Laura Longley Show, where authentic change takes flight. Say yes to that inspired you and goodbye to your stuckness as Laura and her guests deliver powerful ways to work through common problems in this fun and unique hit show.
Would you like to be a question with anything that comes up in your body or mind? Would you like to become totally aware and begin to function as the conscious being you truly are? Join Access Certified Facilitator Glenna Rice every month for a live teleclass where you can ask all of your questions and learn to create change in any aspect of your life. Visit glennarice.com today to learn more and don't miss the next call. Join the questionable conversation today at glennarice.com.
Get sophisticated with David and Philip Zarza. David and Philip touch on topics such as human potential, spirituality, pop culture, and purposeful living. Experience an insightful reading from David on what the universe has in store for you, or reconnect with a departed loved one. Philip can look into an issue or anything else you may be dealing with. Go to getsophisticated.com. That's SOPHISTIGAYTED.com or call 206-420-8660.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pat, and here I am with my Galeo's Cafe Tip of the Week. I'd like to share with you a recipe directly from Galeo's Cafe website. Try this Oriental chicken salad. Slice a boneless, skinless chicken breast. Put it in a baggie. Pour in about 2 tablespoons of sesame miso dressing. Close the bag and shake it to coat it. Marinate in fridge for about maybe 30 minutes. Then fire up the grill, grill the chicken until done, about 8 minutes on each side. While the chicken is grilling, put salad greens on a plate. Romaine, Chinese cabbage, cilantro, whatever you want, and top with shredded carrots and almonds or cashews. Slice the cooked chicken breast and put it on top of the greens. Add crunchy rice noodles and top with more Galeo sesame miso dressings and enjoy. For more information, go to order your dressing today at galeoscafe.com. That's GALEOS cafe.com. Remember, shipping is free.
Tune in each Tuesday at noon Pacific and 3 Eastern on TransformationtalkRadio.com for the Dr. Julie Show, All Things Connected with Dr. Julie Kroll, featuring weekly segments with David Eisen and the Shocker Sound System. Each week, you will journey through infinite possibilities, expand into social potential, and find beautiful beginnings where endings leave off. Changemakers from around the world will explore what's emergent about the environment, relationships, health, the arts, education, and the evolution of consciousness. Visit thedrjulieshow.com.
Flowers in the fields, the roses that grow, are God's way of letting us know the most beautiful thing.
Welcome back. This is Psychic World with John G. Sutton, and here we are on Transformation Talk Radio with my amazing guest, Countess Starella. And the theme today is about the power of poetry. Some years ago, I had a very good friend. He was a little bit older than me, and he was a very good family man. And one day he was crossing the road on a legitimate crossing, and he was hit by a dangerous driver. It took him about 3 years to die.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy didn't want to leave his family. And when he went, his son, who was a good friend of mine, phoned me and told me. And I wrote this poem, and it's called I Was Gone. And it's how I felt that he would have received the day that he made his transition between this world and the next. It's called I Was Gone. I was gone this morning when I looked in the mirror to comb my hair. In the living room I searched, there was no one in my chair. I was gone this afternoon when I tried to dry your tears. It's so hard to see you crying for those long ago years. I was gone this evening as you went to climb the stair. Then you turned, but didn't see me. My footsteps trod the air. I was gone in the moonlight as the silent silver shone. Then I heard you whisper my name, but I was gone. And that's how I felt my friend would have received the day on the transition between this world and the next, because he would have been looking back on his family and thinking, I'm gone.
What a beautiful sentiment that was, John. You're so talented.
I try, you know. We've got a caller on the line. Can I please speak to Barbara?
Hello.
Hello, Barbara.
John.
You're doing well.
I am, but I'm beginning to think men are afraid of me.
Well, you're a successful, articulate, intelligent lady.
That's what they said about Cleopatra. That's what they said about Cleopatra.
Yeah, you're not on the Nile, are you, though, Barbara? You're in the USA. So you feel that men... have you previously been in a long-term relationship that failed, Barbara, yes?
Well, yeah, I was married for many, many years.
That would be a long-term relationship that is no more. So, yeah, but don't look back, Barbara. Look ahead, and you are going to succeed with this. Barbara, have you met somebody from Canada?
I have a very dear friend that lives about 400 miles from me in Canada.
There you go. You can't say I'm not psychic, Barbara. Yeah, there's some connections with that. Tell me I'm right, yes?
Oh, yes, and he's psychic as well. We have a deep admiration for each other, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you don't know. You see, you've got to let yourself go. You've got to go with the spiritual energy. And there is a lot of spiritual energy around you. Definitely there is. And also, have you been looking into your past lives?
I've had some curiosity about my past lives.
Because I do feel that you are in a past life linked to Egypt. I don't know if you've had any connections at all with Egypt, but I can see Egypt in your past life, and I do feel on a number of incarnations you were in ancient Egypt and associated with the temples. But do you also have an affinity with cats, Barbara?
I have two beautiful black and white cats, and this morning when I was looking at one of them, I actually said, "You look so Egyptian."
Oh, are we psychic or what? Are we psychic or what, John?
Absolutely. Yeah, Barbara, the only reason that many men find you challenging is because you are a deeply evolved ancient soul, and you've got an insight into relationships and into humanity that they possibly don't forget. So your intellect is slightly challenging. I also feel that you're an educated lady, and if you haven't written your book yet, then you will do. Does that make some sense, Barbara?
Yes. It's just really hard. I mean, I started into a relationship, and, we started as friends, and then there was an amazing kiss, and I opted to not stay. And 2 days later, he's like, "Let's just be friends." And I'm like, "What?"
Barbara, we can all have friends. Yeah, we can all have friends, but it's not friends that you're looking for. You're looking for a romantic relationship that's going to make you feel like a very fulfilled lady. And also, I feel that there's some trip to New York ahead for you. Have you been planning this?
No, not to New York. It's not a high place to go on my list. I've been there.
You've been there, yeah. No, I can see that there's going to be.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John.
Oh, we've been visited. We've been visited from the other side.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. All right. Countess Starella, would you like to just speak to Barbara for a minute about this?
Yes, Barbara, let me give you my advice. When a man becomes a little nervous or frightened by one's goddess energy, as this man has, you don't want to take this personally. You want to take it as lightheartedly as possible and say, being friends with him is a pretty great thing, too. Let's do that while he's comfortable and see if he can evolve into the worship and appreciation of the goddess, because even when you're extremely connected to someone, if they're not on a resonant harmony about what they want out of the relationship, heavenly forces may guide you to someone who's as soulfully connected as you are to him, but who is not intimidated by someone who's able to stand in her own lovely power. The exact same thing happens to me frequently until I find the strong types which love being around this kind of energy, and I think you will meet the other person too, but don't let go of this one as a very special and unique friend. Because as I look at the way he would like to put this into words, these are the words I hear. Barbara, you're magnificent. I'm so glad we have each other. For reasons which I can't even put into words now, I'm not sure I'm ready for anything too much more than a very powerful, loving friendship. So obviously he values the friendship greatly, but he just may not be ready. It doesn't mean that you're unappealing or unattractive. Quite the contrary. I think he just believes you deserve something very solid, and he's not capable of giving it just this moment.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you very much for that. Can you hear me, Barbara?
Yes, I can.
All right. Your cats know the man that's right. Do you know that? If they don't like the man, they just disappear, don't they?
And it's interesting because this particular man, I think, doesn't like cats.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't like cats, then he ain't going to get on with you.
Yeah, he hasn't met my cat, but he has asked me about my cat.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to live much longer?
I think it's a case of love me, love my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbara, you are going to make the right connection. There was a little bit of questions about this Canadian connection. That seems a very good connection. Just take your time with this. I feel that 2015 you do make the breakthrough, and you want to study further the psychic side, because I do feel that you've got something really powerful to offer the world, and I know that makes some sense to you. Barbara, thank you very much for calling in.
Thanks, darling.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Countess, I'm going to sing you a song.
You're going to serenade me?
I'm going to serenade you. I feel a need for a song. Now, I know that the UK has been some bad weather, but there's been some even worse weather in America. So I thought I'll pick a song that suits the situation. So here we go, yeah? This is a song. Let
me give you your key, darling. 1 sec.
Give me a key. Yeah, I need a key. Go on then, hit me with it. Well, I've got it, yeah, you've got it too already. Don't know why, but there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather, since my gal and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. When she went away, the blues walked in and met me. If she stays away, the old rocking chair will get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on. Everything I had is gone. Stormy weather, since my gal and I ain't together. Keep raining all the time. It keeps snowing all the time.
Keeps raining all the time.
Brilliant, Countess. You were absolutely wonderful, eh? And our rubbish.
What a team.
What a team, yeah. We're going to have a break now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a break. We'll be back now. Don't forget you can call in.
Snow, the most beautiful things sent from above. Flowers show us the power of love. Flowers show us the power of love. I was a child.
Always inspiring and uplifting, Brenda Thine spreads love and light wherever she goes. Enlightening, empowering, and encouraging readings, Brenda connects with your guides, angels, fairies, and loved ones who have crossed over to provide you with the highest guidance possible to enable you to live your highest truth and maximize your potential. Always light-filled, a session with Brenda will have you feeling wonderful, centered, and ready to take on anything. Schedule your session now at BrendaThine.com. That's BrendaThyne.com.
What does a Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque. Welcome to Smile Big, where we offer cosmetic, restorative, and preventative dentistry. Dr. James Rosenwald and Dr. Susan Abdenur work hard every day for their clients to be happy to smile with the latest equipment for complete smile restoration for anyone. The sooner you call, the sooner they can help. Call 425-454-4040 or email scheduling@smilebig.com. You can even visit our website at smilebig.com.
This is Lynn Brown from the show Winning at the Game of Life. Listen, it's time to enrich your money stories and open your path to all that you desire. We all have limiting beliefs which we accumulate from our life experiences, ancestors, and past lives. These beliefs block our ability to receive the unlimited flow of abundance that the universe is constantly offering to us. Why are we so emotionally caught up on the word money? It's only one of the many forms of abundance. I'm excited to uncover your unique stories and limiting beliefs around money and abundance, as well as give you tools to release them from your space. It's time to invest in yourself. You deserve everything you ever imagined and more. Call me to schedule a reading at 844 letter B Intuit or letter R letter U Intuit.com.
Lynn was very accurate, and she was so clear in explaining everything to me. I highly recommend Lynn to all of you.
In retirement, will you have enough money to live life on your terms? Everyone has retirement questions. Ask Ameriprise financial advisor Jeff Packman about the new Confident Retirement approach. You and Jeff can break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. In fact, 93% of clients who've had the Confident Retirement approach conversation feel more confident about their retirement. Call Jeff Packman, financial advisor, at 425-453-0272 for your Confident Retirement conversation today. Office is located at 601 108th Avenue Northeast, Suite 1800, Bellevue, Washington, 98004. Percentage based on Ameriprise Financial Confident Retirement Client Survey as of December 2013. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Pick some daisies, dandelions too. Gave them to my mom and said, I love you.
Welcome back to Psychic World on Transformation Talk Radio. I am indeed John G. Sutton, and with me is the amazing Countess Starella of Aranum.com. That's how people get in touch with the amazing Countess on Aranum. That's correct, isn't it, Countess?
That's correct, and let me quickly welcome my closest friend, whom I have just trained to be one of us on Aranum, whose name is Taz or Orion, who is an amazing shaman and healer and worker of great things. Taz or Orion, see me or him, and you can find me, Countess Starella, at Aranum.com.
You can indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how to get in touch with Countess Starella. If you want to speak to John G. Sutton, you can get me through psychicworld.net, or just Google me, or have a look on YouTube at Psychic World Radio. All my shows are on there from Transformation Talk Radio, and we've got another caller on the line. We've got Sherry, I believe. Is Sherry there?
Yes, she is. Hi.
Hello, Sherry. How are you doing? You sound good.
Oh, thank you. I wish I was better, but I'm extremely worried about my daughter and her business.
Well, business is going to pick up, let me tell you that. Yeah? Has she been doing some work online?
Well, not really. She's been emailing an attorney that's kind of trying to direct her in regard to the business. That's the only thing she's done on. Oh, online, she's looking into a new kind of adventure.
Because she's going to succeed online, yeah? That's trading online. Okay. And she is going to do that. Yeah, she's got to listen to what the lawyer's got to say, because there are people are pressing her for what she doesn't have. Has she created an incorporated company?
Yes, a large one.
Yeah, because it's an incorporated. Go on.
Yeah, it's in distress, really distress. She lost her husband last year, and he was the main person that kept it going. And she's kind of floundering and wanting to quit it because it's so much pressure on her. So we just don't know what direction to do this, and should we continue with it, or...
What kind of business is it, darling?
It's a catering company.
John, may I interject?
A well-known large one.
May I interject, John?
Yeah, please do.
I really am getting a very strong spiritual directive that if this kind of business is her cup of tea, if it's something that she loves, adores, and is passionate about, then I would start seeking out someone to help her who is trustworthy. It would be great if it were someone that she already knows. The only way I would put down this business is if I just didn't like the catering business. What do you think, John?
Well, I'm absolutely certain there's people out there who have got qualifications, who have got experience in working in this field, who will want to come in and put money in for a percentage of the incorporated company and eventually take it over from your daughter, because I know that your daughter's going to step in another direction. If this was mainly her late husband's business, then, and it's not her business, if it's not her business, then the right way to do it would be to have a gentle transition with somebody who is interested in taking over a running, going concern. But it may very well be that there are financial implications here that prevent that. The fortunate thing is that your daughter's working within an incorporated company, so the incorporated company takes the fire and not directly your daughter. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do, yes.
And tell her to take the advice of the lawyer as she's got to ameliorate her position. She's got to make the best out of this. She's not got to allow herself to underwrite any of the debts or any of the finances for the incorporated company, and she's got to steer clear of that. She can allow somebody to come in and invest in the company with a view to taking it over, and I feel that during next year she's going to move into online trading, which will see your daughter lift herself out from the pit that she's in, because she's in a bit of a pit at the moment, but she is going to be safe. She is. And she's just got to look on the bright side of this. Remember that this is an experience that she's going through. It's not something that her husband would have wished on her, and he dearly would. He'll be with her as she battles her way through this. But there are certain problems, and your daughter is at the moment rather depressed about this. Am I right?
Very, extremely, yes.
Yeah, well, tell her from me that she's not going to be depressed. It's just life, and time resolves this. Absolutely, okay. It will answer this. Time, she'll look back in 5 years' time and think, well, what was I really, really worried about? Because I have now found another way. I've found a new pathway, and she will find another partner. I know that at the moment she is not ready to look for another partner, but she will find another love in her life, and she is going to absolutely succeed, because your daughter's got a very good mind. What's happened at the moment is everything's been thrown at her, and it can get you down, but you're doing wonderfully well in supporting her with this. Would you agree, Countess?
Absolutely. And what is her first name, darling?
It's Tria.
All right. Tell Tria that the love of her life, her husband's fondest wish is just for her to be steady, grateful, centered, able to see that help comes right when it's most needed. And he's standing by her from the other dimension, no question. No question.
Okay,
so
wonderful.
She will, if she can, just make it a little day at a time, and tell her to say several times a day, I feel content, peaceful, happy. I know he's with me, and we'll be reunited at some point, but right now I have a duty to look after this thing until I'm ready to make a major decision.
Okay.
Your daughter,
thank you so very much.
Your daughter is going to come through this, and she's going to come through it with your help. But tell her from me to listen to what the lawyer says. See if you can get somebody to come in who's got an expertise, who's looking for an established business to build up, and gently hand it over. And I'm sure that there will be a peaceful transition, a sweet a way forward, and she can find a new way through this online trading, which I feel is going to be a big success. It takes a little while, but she will get there. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you so very much. Okay, bye-bye.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Being in business is always difficult at times, and there's been a bit of a recession, but I know that the situation in America is picking up. It certainly is picking up in Great Britain. You know, things are really starting to move forward in Britain, whereas from 2008, for about 5 years, it's been a bit dead. But now it's starting to pick up, and I'm sure it's the same in the USA. You finding that in Palm Springs?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's getting a momentum now, and I think the next 5 years will be dynamic as long as most people keep this cheerful, optimistic attitude, because truly, that has an effect on the entire planet. Raising the level of consciousness to be in the moment, grateful and aware, and open to all possibilities of success. Success is the only option.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen, Countess Starella is going to be a success because she's got a reality TV show that she's started to film, and it's going to be all over the USA. And we'll all be seeing Countess Starella. Lots of her. Purple hair, green hair, pink hair. Hey, oh, the parrot. Have you still got your talking parrot?
Still got my little phoenix. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy.
Yeah. You've got to see this, ladies and gentlemen. It's on arainham.com. You can pop in. She's on camera. She's in her own little chat room. You can see the amazing Countess Starella on arainham.com. Or come and see me at psychicworld.net. And I'll be delighted to do you a private reading if you would like to speak to me personally on a one-to-one basis. And we're going to be doing another show, aren't we, Countess, very soon in December?
Oh, our Christmas show. Yippee.
Yes, we're going to do a Christmas show here on Transformation Talk Radio. So write down that number. You can speak to us again, 800-930-2819. You can speak to me, John G. Sutton, or you can speak to the amazing Countess Starella. And we will be here just the 24th of December, I believe, isn't it?
I think it is.
Christmas Eve.
Oh,
hey.
God, how exciting.
And it'll be your turn to sing to me.
I'll be singing a beautiful Christmas song. You can bet on it.
Well, yeah, you might have some snow by then in Palm Beach. It never snow in Palm Beach.
About once every 25 years.
Oh, well, I think you're going to get some this year. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely a wonderful audience. I've been John G. Sutton, and we've got Countess Starella. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Bless you. Happy holiday.
Bye.
Lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against brought me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and plead, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shoot an apple off my head and a trouble.
Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Pat. I know you've heard my friend and colleague, John G. Sutton, on my show. Well, guess what? He is now going to be a regular each month. I know many of you have experienced John live on air and how absolutely incredibly accurate he has been. So guess what? He's going to be joining us every month. For those of you that want to find out more about John and schedule your amazing session, go to psychicworld.net. And don't forget to stay tuned and tune in for John G. Sutton on the Dr. Pat Show every month.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on Transformationtalkradio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com. Tired of traditional talk? People pontificating about this or that, the left or the right. Sometimes the truth is just all lost in the noise. Tune in each week to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher on Transformationtalkradio.com, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, as nationally known guests talk about what's important to you, your life, your concerns, and your success. Tune in and turn on to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher. Visit chuckgallagher.com for more information.
Listen to the Yo Andrew News Talk Show every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. More info where to listen? www.yoandrewnts.com/listen. Don't get your message lost in the mail. Email us with this address, yoandrew@yoandrewnts.com. How about tweet Yo Andrew at Andrew Tweet Geo? Taking a picture is easy. Instagram us today at YoAndrewNTS. Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn's powerful, transferable tools stem from her success in the very competitive world of sports and business.
Since Lynn was one of the top athletes in the United States, she understands really well about the athlete's mind, their challenges, and what athletes need. I have confidence to ask Lynn to take care of my professional team just because of Lynn, her passion, and the power she has.
Lynn is passionate about working with kids and with athletes. Her life is a testament to the incredible power of intention to create miracles. Lynn is dedicated to assisting and inspiring leaders with the vision and tools to realize their dreams.
And she wants to help you next. Enhance your overall performance and the ability to reach your goals. Bring your game face on. Visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on Transformationtalkradio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit jenroyster.com for more information.
Transforming the world, one listener at a time. Transformation Talk Radio, that's my line. Non-stop shows, 24 hours, 7 days. Positive Talk Radio is the new craze. Learn and live your life